Yeah. Hello, fellow traders. This is TheRumpledOne coming to you on Monday, June the 24th, the year's 2024. Let's talk trading. Weekly open and gap with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different for Walmal's. And a friendly reminder, never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. In other words, have your stop losses in place. So let's take a look and see what's happened so far. In this weekly open, all the gaps have filled. And we are 49 pips above the weekly open, 1.9 off the high, 52 off the low. So we are now in the process of putting in the opening range for the week. We are in the opening range for the year at the moment, and we are slightly below the opening range of the month by about 15 pips. For the year, we're 33 pips below the yearly open, 214 off the high and 380 off the low. Once again, we have not pushed that yearly range. And today, inside bar traders, daily inside bar traders look like they were rewarded. If you were taking the break into the inside bars, or the breakout, that would be the daily inside bar and monthly inside bar, or if you took the break out of the weekly inside bar high from 13 weeks ago. So we've got lots of inside bar action according to the dashboard today. 54 pips of range. We have 3 pairs over 100 pips, one of them being the dollar yen. We're above 159, getting near that 160 area that I like to start looking for shorts. So keep that in mind this week if you like to trade the dollar yen. And looking at the buy zone here, no short trades were triggered. It looks like we had a couple of long triggers back in the Asian session, and it's just been going up ever since. Notice we've gone through the launch pad at the 126.41 level. So rats, we do have enough range, so red rats, look for a sign to start shorting. And what would that sign be? Any trigger that tells you to take a short, because you're now in the rat zone. And looking at the pivot, see Bambino Flex indicator indicated a short today. Near the pivot indicated a short, and let's see, it looks like the first time it hit the pivot, it then bounced off, but the second time, at least on the H4 chart, it screamed to the north. So Bambino Flex indicator was off today, but the pivot trading plan produced profit. Speaking of pivots, we've taken out the daily pivot, we've taken out the weekly pivot, and we've taken out the monthly pivot. What does H4 tell us? It's left 3 pivots behind so far. I guess today, I think that's today. 3 pivots have been left behind. Be interesting to see if they get taken out later this week. And in and out of the lower daily wick zone from Friday, and in and out of the upper wick zone from Friday. So wick zone traders were rewarded. Notice this hours when we broke the previous high, or Friday's high on the daily. Quick look at the week. We've got 54 pips of range, and we have not broken out of the previous week's high or low yet. Walmal, how's trading going today for you?
Really slow. At least it started out that way. I've made my core for the day, or I'm actually maybe a couple points below it, but it was really painfully slow. And what I mean by that is that the first hour I was trading, the entire range for the hour was 9, and then it was 6, and then it was 7. You know, it's like there is just no movement in the market. In fact, I've on my chart, I've got the your clock in the lower right-hand corner that tells you how long before the next candle pops up. I forget the name of that indicator.
B clock.
But B clock, yes, sir. And there were times where it'd say, okay, on a 1 minute candle, it'd say, okay, 57 seconds to the next candle shows up, and then it doesn't change until literally it said 20 seconds. So we literally would go 30 seconds between ticks. That's just how slow it was moving. But what I did, and I've found something for maybe the other traders to look at. Maybe they can go and comment on it and see if they see any success in this as well. But what I've been doing as of late, when you get days like this, is you wait for a new H4 candle to show up, and then what you do is you then wait for, similar to what you said about rat trades, you go and you take a trade in the direction that the H4 candle is moving. And what triggers that? Any of your known methods that you like to use. For instance, for me, it was flip-flop box, but it could be, any trigger that you have. And what you do is you just watch it run away from the H4. Generally speaking, when
H4 open.
H4 open, yes, sir. With the pound dollar anyway. Now every instrument can be different, but with the H4 open likes to do on the pound dollar is it'll run in one direction, sometimes only as much as a half a pip, then turn around and then run in a direction, sometimes run 20, 30 pips or something on a good day, and then it'll do that across a period of hour 1, 2, and 3, and then on the 4th hour, it tends to like to run back towards the open again. But what I've found recently, because we've had so many these slow-moving days, waiting for that H4 candle can really be a profitable thing to do. So today what I did was I waited for that, and I got my direction, took my flip-flop box, got trade to the north, and got in. And then what I did was I was actually up maybe 2 or 3 pips, or probably not that much, but 2 pips probably. And then what happened was it started to move down. I got 3 black candles in a row, which evaporated all of my profit, but then gave me another flip-flop box. And I entered the second time, and when I did that, then was able to ride that up. And I got on the first trade like 5 pips, something like that. And on the second trade, I let it ride, and I could have gotten as much as 15 or 20 pips if I took it all the way to the top, but I got out with 9.6 pips. So, you can make money in this market. Even when it's slow like this, you can still make money. Is it more difficult? I don't think it's more difficult. What I think is it takes more patience. You got to wait for your trade, and you got to sit there, and you got to go and let things develop. And once they develop, pull the trigger. And when it's time to get out, it's time to get out. And don't try to go and be a hero and get 50 pips, on an hourly candle. It's just not going to happen. We got 18 pips so far this hour, and this is the biggest candle for the entire day since, when the Asian market opened up. This is the largest candle we've had all day. And, and so that that's what the market's doing right now. It's been going on like this now for several weeks. Don't try to force the market to do what the market's not doing. Go and observe, pay attention to what it's doing, and trade because of what the market's doing. You're not Superman. You can't hold the train back. Get on the train.
Yeah, you don't want to be in front of an H4 freight train, that's for sure.
Exactly. exactly right. And we just have to, as traders, that's what makes trading, it, trading is easy to one sense because all it takes is pushing a button, right? But at the same time, to be profitable, now that can be difficult because what you got to do is you got to go and sit out there and you got to pay attention. You got to be out there looking to see what the market's doing and observe what the market's doing and have a strategy of how to go and deal with it. And here's the important thing about that. Sometimes the strategy is I'm doing nothing because I don't know what to do. Anytime that you go and ask the question, what should I do here? And the answer comes back, I've never seen this before, I don't know what to do. The answer is very simple. Do nothing. Keep your money. Don't take, you get lucky and it goes and shoots in your direction 20 or 30 pips, but it could also just as easily, shoot against you 20 or 30 pips. And for me, it's not worth the risk. Everything's about preserving capital. Nothing screams more against that idea than just going and taking a trade because you're taking a trade, because you haven't taken any trades. Last Monday, I took 0 trades. Why? Nothing that I had in my book of my bag of tricks lined up with what happened in the market. Now, part of it was because last Monday was a bank holiday in the U.S., and so it was a slow-moving day like today. But again, on top of that, it just nothing developed. I'm not going to take a trade in that if that happens. I'm not wasting my money, because if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go and waste my money on something that's enjoyable. Pushing a button's not enjoyable. I'd rather go and go and buy my grandkids ice cream. That's enjoyable.
That's too funny, Walmal. I'm kind of looking here at the H1 chart since you had mentioned it, and if you notice, over the last 11 hours, not including this hour, we only had 2 red hours. I mean, I'm looking at indicator 2. It's all aqua diamonds. We had 1 outside bar on the H1, then price broke that and kept going. I mean, it's almost one of those ones, it's like, hindsight's 20/20, but it's just one of those things where you take any one of those simple methods, breaking out of the previous candles, high or low. I mean, just about every candle up until those 2 red candles was just breaking highs. I mean, you had higher highs, higher lows, with the exception of that 1 outside bar candle. Like I said, it's easy to read in hindsight. The trick is saying, okay, you see these things as they're happening, and then you just enter the trade and sit back and wait for your exit signal, or wait for your target to get hit.
Exactly, and that's what trading is. It's just wait. It's a game of waiting, And the thing is, it happens so often to me where I wait. It doesn't happen. Okay, I need to go get myself a cup of coffee. I come back and get a cup of coffee, and it's sort of like, I missed it. Dang it, I missed it.
Yeah.
And then you get frustrated, and then that's when I used to get into a lot of trouble, because now I'm going to beat this market no matter what. And then what I do is I jump into something that I shouldn't have jumped into because I'm mad because I missed my actual entry point, and now I'm getting in late, and now I'm going to get burned because I'm going to go and now take the run back towards the middle, whatever that means.
Yeah. I'm wondering with the, I read something where I guess China and Russia are going to be doing more deals using the Chinese money as opposed to using U.S. dollars. I'm wondering if that's having any effect on Forex, because it just seems like, unless it's just summertime and traders are doing something different. And you know what, fellow traders? Once again, we're at that time, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.